Hi guys, this is Rithi Raj. I am an IPS officer of 2018 batch allotted to Telangana cadre. These are my book recommendations which I have for you. The first book that I ever read was The Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I read that in class 6th when my final exams were going on beneath my science books. So not something I would suggest any of you watching this, but yes, that was the first time I read any novel and that was the first one and it has kept me hooked. So as I said, that was the first book I read in class 6th, and since then I have read a lot of novels because for me the novels give you stories, and stories are something which help you imagine, visualize a lot of things, and I'm a very personal believer in visualization. If you visualize something, you can achieve it. So for me, novels are a big help in that. They even help you escape. Sometimes if you're not in a good space of mind, they help you escape and they give you a lot of information. Whenever somebody writes a book, they have probably read 100 books to write that. So you're getting all that information. I always have books on my iPad and my Kindle, and I always have them with me no matter where I am. So because in policing I might not get a stretch of 1 hour 2 hours relaxed तरीके से कि मैं आराम से कोई book कभी उठा के पढूं. So I always have them with me. I might be able to read 5 pages, 10 pages of a book at a time, and I will pick it whenever the moment I reach home, or in the morning if I have free time. Whenever I have free time, if I am taking a break while in office, a 5-10 minute break, I'll probably read 2-3 pages. So like that, I am able to finish a lot of books. My most favorite book right now, like till now, has been Tara Westover, Education. Education is the name of the book. Tara Westover is the author, and I would suggest it to each and every one of you. So I don't remember the quote exactly, but what she says in her book is, so it's a real life story. What she says is ki the price of education that she had to pay was her family. And it makes you question a lot of things, what are the opportunities worth in your life? What are the things you can sacrifice? What are the things you must sacrifice even though they might seem to be your most precious things? So it changed a lot of my mindsets. It changed a lot of my thinking. My most recent read was Becoming by Michelle Obama. I had heard a lot about it, and once I read it, I would suggest it to each and every person, especially all the girls out there who want to become something, who don't want to die as somebody. If they want to become something, if they want to do something with their lives, read that book. There is one thing which she says, ki, today I am the wife of an ex-president of America. But the way, she explains that, I did not want to be identified only as that, as the wife of somebody. So she was probably the first lady in the White House who was able to build her entire individual character. She was known for herself. She was known as Michelle Obama, not as the wife of Obama. So that was something which she focused a lot on in the book, and something that I developed, that you have to make your own identity. It should never ever be, dependent on somebody else's. Harry Potter, the entire series, and that is something I even talked about in my UPSC interview for around 5 minutes, because that series is something which taught me, I read that book when I was growing up, and that time when things are changing, you're not very confident in your life. So that book taught me how to believe in friendship, how to believe in yourself, and how to know that no matter how things bad seem, they will be better. Once you develop a habit of reading, what happens is your comprehension skills improve exponentially. You know, if I have to reduce it to a very utilitarian level, if you're a good reader, you will take less time to read the Hindu paper, you know, the editorials, because you won't be afraid at, you know, seeing those tiny fonts and a lot of words together, because some people have a phobia of that. They can't see so many things written. They need pictures, they need something to distract them from the typed word. So it increases your comprehension skills and it increases your vocabulary. It helps a lot in building your communication skills. Whether you're reading Hindi books, English books, or whichever language, whatever your mother tongue is, once you read a lot of books, you become a much better speaker. You become a much better listener, because when you are listening also, you will be able to analyze it according to different perspectives. You will learn a lot of perspectives from all the different books that you read. For example, my choice of books have always been very eclectic. I have read books on different subjects. So no matter who I'm talking to or what I'm talking about, I will always, you know, try to have a perspective, and I'll be able to make the conversation just a little bit more interesting. So it's a very important skill, according to me, for anyone to have. I believe every aspirant is unique, you know, every individual is unique. So there is no one book which I can suggest for everyone to read. I can give a list of books which have been very motivational and very inspiring. Like, they taught me that no matter how bad things seem, they do get better. And I think you should read books which tick you, which either teach you something very important or which challenge you, which challenge your thought process. So for example, for me, those kinds of books were Education by Tara Westover, or Becoming, and even William Dalrymple's The Last Mughal. Now that is one book which taught me empathy, which taught me, you know, the emperor of a country can be reduced to the position of a beggar. So I was not able to compare his situation with anybody else's I have met till now. So that taught me कि, you know, कि चीज़ें कितनी भी खराब हो जाएं, वो उतनी खराब नहीं है. You can still bounce back, you can still get better, and you should have empathy for everyone. You don't know where they have come from, you don't know their story, so you have to be empathetic. After you have cracked your UPSC exam, I would suggest you should read books which, you know, deal with tragedies, because that is something which will keep you grounded, which will tell you that, you know, bad things do still happen. You have achieved something amazing in your life, but that doesn't mean that you get high-headed. You know, it's still only an exam that you cracked, only that exam that got you into this position of power. But if you read tragedies, you will understand that, you know, the negative side of the life still exists. It will keep you grounded. It will remind you that life is precious. You have to value it. You have to value everybody else in your life, all the important people. So for 2022, I have another few books by William Dalrymple that I wanted to read, like The White Mughal, Daughters of the Sun, because he's an exceptionally brilliant history writer. And another book on my list is 21 Lessons for the 21st Century by Yuval Noah Harari. Book Thief is another book which I have to read, and Fooled by Randomness and The Righteous Mind. Once you start reading, once you develop your hobby of reading, you will never be lonely. And you really should prepare for that if you're preparing for this exam. Because be it IAS or IPS, if it's cadre services, you will be by yourself for a very long period of your life. Thank you so much guys for watching this, and I really hope I have been able to tell you exactly what the life of an officer looks like on the field, what are the different kinds of job profile, and hopefully I've been able to motivate you to study better, but also know that a lot of other things also await. The preparation is not the end of it. All the best.